Okay, here's a look at the Legacy Evolution Nemesis. So here's a look at the front of the really large box. It's 24 inches in length, 14.5 inches tall, and 6 inches in depth. But here's just a closer look at the artwork on the front of the box. So you could see here's the arc. It's a really nice artwork there. You get Thundercracker and Thrust, which are not painted in this set. Really nice artwork of the Nemesis there. Transformers down here. It's 15 plus. And I'm pointing that out because yeah, you get some really small pieces like the jets there, like the Skywarp, which are not really suitable for kids, but just extra accessories that you get. And now let's take a look at the back of the box. Like I said, this is a really big box. But the back of the box, you get your product images. So first of all, here is the Nemesis, which looks really nice. And then some of the little features that you get with it, the little jets that can come out of the ramp there, and the other accessories. I'm going to point out a lot of stuff like that's just making use of the parts that you need to assemble. And then the robot mode, which it's okay, but yeah, I'll share my thoughts on that later. And then the back view, which is really cool. The back has a really small ramp. But yeah, there's the back with the product images. And then the side of the box, you get some artwork of other figures that come in this wave, which is kind of cool. I don't think I'm getting any of these. And then the other side, you get another artwork here of Nemesis looking like she's gonna grab you. So that's it's kind of cool. And then the top of the box, you get Legacy Evolution, the Nemesis there, and the QR code that opens up to the tech spec and stuff. So that's kind of cool. And last, we have the bottom, which is really nothing, just cool line design there, but words and stuff. So that's it. So that is a look at the box. It's a really nice box. Just unfortunate I don't keep the boxes, so after this, this box is being thrown away. Okay, here's a look at the Nemesis ship. And first of all, you could see I have it displayed on this plastic case that I got from Target, which it really needs, so you can showcase the bottom part of the ship there, which makes it look really nice. And in terms of cartoon accuracy, you could see for the most part from the front view, they did capture a lot of the cartoon aesthetics, so it looks really nice. But I am gonna have to give my objective opinion and be very truthful about this figure. So first of all, in terms of the sculpt, you could see all the nicely sculpted detail, which makes it look really nice. You do get these little accessories that you have to attach. You get 3 circular gun turrets that go on the front there, and then you get 3 more square ones that go on the side and the top. And you get this tower that you also have to attach. And you do get a little nice light purple paint there, a transparent red for the space bridge. but you could see this looks really nice. And here, these little wings that come off to form like this axe weapon, which is really dumb. It's just their way to come up with some way to use this, but really it was, you know, just part of the assembly that's required. And this, because of the type of plastic that they use when you're just messing around with it, this wing or axe, it just tends to come off so easily. Same thing with these gun turrets too. So just letting you know right now that this is not constructed very well with the proper plastic. And here, let's see if I can zoom in. You do get this little feature here, which is what they call the runway. So you can pull it out, and if you want, you can remove these seekers and attach them on there on those little pegs. So here, just like the front of the box, you do get Thundercracker, Thrust, Ramjet, and Skywarp, which is 15 plus, because that's not suitable for little kids. But yeah, that's kind of a nice feature. And just moving on, you could see it does have a lot of nice sculpted detail, even a little bit of some nice paint accent, which looks really nice. The light purple paint there and on the top. And I really like this Decepticon relief to give it this nice 3D look to it. And I really like the bluish purple color they used, because it really looks nice. But yeah, you could see it's a nice looking figure, but it definitely has a lot of issue with parts coming off and undone because of the type of plastic that they used. And even getting it to stay tabbed in is also the issue because of this type of plastic. It's like cheap plastic, if you will. It's just their way to save money. I mean, if you use the better type of plastic to prevent these kinds of things from happening, this figure would cost a lot more. So yeah, there's issues with that. Even on the bottom, getting this piece to tab in, same thing. But now let's see if I can rotate this very carefully to the back. I'll do it this way because this is what Hasbro came up with as a solution for the display stand. Is you split the bottom like this in half, and then you can have it sitting like that, which, yeah, in terms of product design, problem solving, yeah, that does solve the problem of having to make a display stand. But now you could see the back view, and yeah, the back view, it looks okay. Those jet thrusters are not cartoon accurate. It should not be in that square format. It should be all like lined up together in a horizontal format. But it's nice. And they did give you a little feature here where you can open this ramp up and attach the other figures to it that attach on here. And it's kind of dumb in my opinion, because you don't have any small figures that go in here, such as a Megatron like they gave you Optimus for the Autobot Arc. So they were going a little bit more cheap with this figure, in my opinion. Plastic quality is not too good, and as a consequence, you have these kinds of issues. Things don't tab in very well. Parts easily pop off, even the gun turrets. But the positive, I mean, all you have to do is look at it. It is a really, really nice looking ship. And I know most collectors, at least adult collectors, are probably going to have it staying in this mode. So here's a look at the ship. And in terms of comparison, here's the only comparison I think that really matters. is next to the Autobot Arc. So this is going to be hard trying to get a close-up look at both together, but you can see they do scale proportionately well with each other. And I will just say this one has the same issues, you know, because of the type of plastic that they use. So many parts come undone. But they gave you a lot more with this figure than the Nemesis. You know, such as the Autobot Arc, that Teletran 1 that transforms, the Optimus figure, and all the golden discs. And yeah, this one, yeah, you just get those jets. So yeah, very minimal accessories that you get with this. But in terms of comparison, yeah, these two look really nice. And again, we really need a display stand so we can show off the Nemesis ship the way it should be displayed. But that's a look at the comparison next to the Autobot Arc. Okay, and for some other comparison, let me first show you how it scales with some other mainline retail figures. So here's the War for Cybertron Earthrise Megatron, and you could see this just does not scale very well. And their Netflix Soundwave, I mean, they're just too big. But these are all mainline retail figures, right? But I think it does scale a little bit better with the Core Class figures. So here's the Core Class Soundwave, and yeah, it does scale a little bit better, but you could see next to the Space Bridge, he should be really small. I mean, he should be as small as these Seekers here, but you don't have any figures that small. Other than, here is a Dr. Wu version that does transform, and this is probably the closest to a small transforming figure that you can get that scales somewhat okay with this Nemesis ship. So yeah, a little disappointing there, but yeah, this is what we get. And I didn't show this off, but you do have these blast effects, which it didn't come with, but it did come with the Arc. So that's just confirming what I told you, that Hasbro was going really cheap with this figure, just not giving you very many accessories. But let me just show you so you could see you can use those blast effects from some other figures, and they will attach in. I think orange is okay after looking at the cartoon, but since it is a Decepticon ship, I did want to use the blue one. Man, it's just really disappointing. That would have been nice if Hasbro would have been generous and at least given us this, considering they gave us cheap plastic that causes all these issues with things staying tabbed in, pieces falling off. But anyways, I don't want to go on and on complaining, but I just want to make it clear that even though this is a nice looking figure, it definitely has a lot of issues from the way that they made it. So that's a look at the ship and some of the comparisons. So now let's take a look at the robot mode, the Nemesis. Okay, here's a look at Nemesis in her robot mode, and all I'm gonna say is that Hasbro did succeed in turning this into a transforming figure, which is what I believe they were trying to do as a way of trying to solve the problem of, you know, how do they sell such a large figure that really doesn't do anything, because I don't think they were going to be very successful in selling this as a large play set. But yeah, that's my opinion based on, you know, some of my education in product design. I think this was their solution for how they could sell this figure and the Ark by turning it into a transforming figure. But anyways, here's just a close-up look at it. And just like I pointed out in the alt mode, all the sculpted detail is really nice. And this is all like the design aesthetics, the red, the pink and blue. So, you know, that's really all subjective, you know, what you think about how well they designed this figure. Because this is definitely not cartoon accurate. It's not based on any cartoon character. So this is really just judging this based on how well they, you know, designed this figure. And it's okay. It's supposed to be a female figure, so let's see. Proportionately, I think it just depends on your perspective of what a female looks like, or a female robot should look like. So I think it's okay. I mean, it's has a thin chest and stuff. But anyways, let's not go on rambling. So let's go over some of the features. So like the head here, I think it's kind of cool how you can you know, open these up, the side cheeks, but they don't really tab in, lock in, and you do have to pull up this upper crest here, which does lock in. And here's her face, and yeah, I don't really like the face. It has like a very cartoon look to the face. And the is that yeah, it's a transparent eyes, but you can't really see it unless you put a flashlight back there. So yeah, I guess it's okay. And again, I'm trying to keep in mind on the front of the box 15 plus, so this is their targeted audience is 15 years and over. So you just have to see it like, you know, is this something that 15-year-old would enjoy playing with? And then articulation, this is something I wanted to point out. You do get nice ratchets here. They are pretty strong, but as a result, trying to transform this into and out of the ship mode is very difficult, and it causes a lot of problems, like things popping off because these ratchets are so tight. So there's some good and bad to this, but here's the shoulders. It can go up and down. Nice ratchet. Can't even see, that's what I mean, it's so hard, it can't even go out that way also. And glad this is happening, but you see, this is what happens. Things tend to come untabbed and stuff as a result of the type of plastic that they used and the way they put it together. So yeah, it's not really well constructed in my opinion. And then the arms here, you do get some more tight ratchets here, friction up and down. Here you do get another ratchet here, probably for the transformation. And then here, this waist, you can rotate it both on the bottom and the top here. I'm just sharing my opinion. I have a feeling that they just purposely designed this just like the Ark, where you have to rotate it 180, just as a way to make it look like it's a transforming figure. And then the legs here, this would have been better, this soft ratchet, because you can manipulate this a little bit easier. Coming down to the knees here, you do get tight ratchet for the knees. And then last, the feet here. Yeah, you do get you do get some articulation here, which is ankle ankle rocker could rotate out to the side, and it can go slightly up and down. So I'm assuming you can get some nice poses, which I think this large figure does need to have, especially if you put this together with some of your other large Titan figures. But yeah, that's look at the articulation, and oh, forgot these hands. Also, you do get limited articulation with the hands, so you can kind of anticipate DNA is probably going to do something with you know, giving you upgrade sets. So let's just go over these accessory features. So up here, this is really dumb. This axe thing, they just you know, they just turned a piece that you have to attach for assembly into like a weapon, which is kind of like a cheap cop out in my opinion, but it does tab in like your typical masterpiece style. And look at this is oh man, I'm sorry. I really don't have anything good to say about, you know, this figure in general, other than the ship mode. And then, as you know, these things can come off here also, and you can bring out this handle here and flip out this gun barrel, so that now, I don't know, I think it goes this way. And now she has like a gun here that you could put in, have her holding. And again, this is just, oh, I don't even know why I'm taking the time to show you all this, because it's just, I really think this is dumb in my opinion. But yeah, if you want, you could have her holding a gun. But anyways, yeah, that's just some other things you can do with this figure if you want to. And then you have to go through all of this just to, and see, yeah, I'm glad that's happening, because type of plastic that you use, you just have all these pieces just always coming untabbed. So that's what I mean when I keep saying that this is not really well put together, because of the type of plastic that they used. But that's a look at the figure, and so I'm not going to bring out all these other figures like MGO did, which is really nice. I'm just going to bring out the only comparison I think that's really important, which is how does she scale next to her Nemesis, the Arc. So now you can just see what this scales like. I don't know, from, you know, perspective of just collecting mainline retail figures, this is kind of cool that, you know, these are really large figures. You do have an Autobot and Decepticon, but yeah, so that's just a look at it. I don't really have much to say, because I'm not gonna have these displayed in robot mode, but I just wanted to take the time to show you, just so you could see what it looks like. They're okay, yeah, for what it is. It's not very well put together. Plastic's not that great. All these accessories and features are kind of dumb. They should have been more generous like they did with the Arc. But yeah, it is what it is. And I think this is one of those figures that's another good example of, you know, Hasbro, the way they're gonna produce a figure when they're just trying to make sales. So yeah, it is what it is. So that's my review and look at the Nemesis, and yeah, it's okay. I'm just gonna have to take my time to transform them back into their alt mode, which is the way they're going to stay. But yeah, that's it. It's a okay figure, and doesn't really matter about recommendations, because if you really want it, you're a collector, you'll get it, just simply because this is the only Nemesis ship that we're really gonna get. In terms of robot mode, again, it is what it is. But anyways, that's it. That's my review for the Nemesis.